At the end of part 1, I accidentally said I'll see you in the next episode. I meant to say part 2. This is the same episode. If you watched me in the duels earlier, I won, surprisingly, because I have level 1 parts. I was not expecting my car to go fast. I thought it was going to have a top speed of 175. We ended up going up 187. No drafting, no assistance.
10 away.
We were 29th.
Go, go, go. Car high.
But it looks like we dropped down to 35th. I guess because of the second duel. 50 laps. Oh God, I did forget to decrease race length back to 13%. Okay.
Stay low.
That's my fault then. No wonder the duels was long. I mean, I thought it was going to be short. But, I mean, I guess it was short. We had 15 laps, but I thought it would have been shorter, like 7 or 8 laps. Oh, well.
One high. 3 wide.
Hey, the Xfinity Championship was exciting when we were at Phoenix.
One high.
That 50-lap shootout was fun. I'm sure this 50-lap shootout will be fun. Oh, God. I did not expect to go sideways. How did I recover? That was impressive.
One high. Car high. 3 wide. Car high. 3 wide.
Ooh. Hang on.
Outside.
Riley, get out of the way.
Outside now.
How are my tires, how are the left sides still good? That's crazy. I mean, granted, they're in worse position than the right side, but the fact that they're still in the 90s, goddamn. Thought it would have dropped down to like 95 or 89.
3 wide. Outside. Car high. 3 wide.
It's a good thing I decided to make this episode a two-parter, and someone's going backwards. I believe that was Eric Jones.
4 wide. Pit road is open.
Yeah, 4 wide indeed. All right, laps remaining 48, estimated fuel 16. Let's wait till we need more tires. When the tire wear drops down to like 70%, then I'll consider getting new tires. And of course, I'll also have to refuel. I meant to say refuel first and then get new tires, but
Green, green, green. Car inside.
I think we're doing pretty good.
1 on the bottom.
Lap 6 out of 50.
Car still there. Inside. Stay high. 1 inside. Clear low. 1 outside.
There's Cross again.
Stay low.
I really got to get the DLC that has his Moose paint scheme. Not to mention the throwback schemes. I really want to get the one...
Car high.
Well, actually, I think all the throwbacks come together in a pack. Because there's a throwback livery I really liked for Josh Berry, where he did
Clear up.
a IndyCar reference to a Lotus driver.
Outside.
I remember it was from 1965, but I don't remember who the driver was. But of course, there's also the Terry Labonte throwback that Kyle Larson does. The 5 car looks really spectacular with that blue and orange.
Inside door. Clear high if you want it.
Look at that, we're in the top 10. I am still surprised I'm doing this good.
Inside.
But things can happen. Noah Grudgeon can pop up out of nowhere and try and spin me out again. Or Riley Earps will try and do that. I know I hit the wall there and screwed myself up, but still. Another driver could ruin everything. Oh, speaking of ruining things, looks like Tyler Redknapp just went out on the apron. Did another driver wreck him, or did he cause that himself? I wouldn't be surprised if it was the latter, but frequently the drivers usually spin out on their own.
You ready now? Go, go, go. 1 on the bottom.
Alright, so we got Cindric, his teammate Logano, and Alex Bowman leading. Look at that.
Inside door.
That's something you don't often see. Especially now, this season, because Alex has been sick for a while. I don't know if he raced last Sunday, though. I don't even remember where the race was. But whatever's going on with Alex, I hope he's okay.
Stay high. Inside door.
All right, AJ.
3 wide.
Well, I was kind of hoping to bump draft Joey anyway, so that kind of helped me. I wanted to try and make some room to pass Bowman there.
Clear bottom. Car high.
Now we take the lead from
Clear high.
the British Ford driver, and we continue. As I watch my dog on the stairs, wagging his tail. If I could get a second camera to show you my dog, I would, but I don't feel like pausing the video, and I really do not feel like recording a video while driving. That is one recipe for disaster. Now, if I'm riding a bicycle, I'm fine with recording a video. I've done that before. You're traveling at a much slower speed on a bicycle too, so if you get into an accident, generally nothing bad happens. I mean, you might get some cuts and scrapes here, but I've never had an accident while recording stuff on my bike. I mean, usually I just use my cell phone or a tiny camera, so I can control what happens. Granted, I haven't done it in years because I haven't had a requirement to do so. But if I were to do it again, I would. Logano's coming up close. I guess Reddick gave him a shove there.
One up high.
They're bump drafting each other.
We just lost the lead. 3 wide. High side down. High side down.
Well, all three manufacturers are together here in the lead. British, Chevy, and Toyota.
Car's still there. High side down.
Of course, Ford's not British, but it is the most popular car company in that country.
We're out front, driver.
I actually thought Joey Logano was born in New London. That's actually not the case, but he is from Connecticut. Of course, Connecticut being part of New England, it makes sense that I refer to Joey as British Logano.
Clear high if you want it.
I do not want to go high, not yet anyway. We want to gradually, whoa, fuck.
Car high.
That was a bit not as gradual as I would have liked.
We lost the lead. Let's get it back.
But I think we'll be okay.
One up high.
Especially if AJ keeps helping us.
Outside door.
If I lose to Bell, though, I honestly don't give a damn. I like him.
Out front, nice job.
He's probably my favorite of all the Toyota drivers. Reddick's cool, too. I liked how he won 4 races so far this season. Especially with the first 3 at the Daytona 500, Atlanta, and Coda. His winning streak was interrupted by Blaney, but Reddick was still able to get a 4th victory. So that's good for him, man. Good for him. I know the other drivers that have won so far are Denny Hamlin, Mr. Mr. Goofball in the number 9, and Ty Gibbs, which is really surprising. I mean, I guess it was a matter of time. I mean, Ty did have a few moments where he was leading laps from 2023 to 2025. In fact, 2025, he got he got second place in the Chicago Street Course, which is a difficult track. I mean, even though he lost to Shane Van Gisbergen, It's still impressive that he got second place. I just got to see who the winner was of the race that occurred yesterday. For some reason, I thought today was a Tuesday, but today is a Monday. And this is being recorded on April 20th. So when I refer to yesterday, I am obviously referring to the 19th of April. I know Bristol was a week ago. That was where Ty Gibbs won. I almost said Ty Dillon, but I wouldn't be surprised if he won a race too. I don't know if he ever won a cup race yet. His brother Austin did on a few occasions. And even though RCR has been getting some negative criticism for its lack of performance, I still wouldn't be surprised if Austin won a race. Even if it's not at Richmond. I say that because that's where Austin seems to be getting most of his success. He won at Richmond in 2024, albeit under some controversy. But he also won again last year. I say that his 2024 victory was controversial because he basically did the same thing that Joey Logano or Denny Hamlin would have done. But apparently, nobody likes it that Austin did it to Joey or Denny. Go figure. People just can't seem to make up their minds. Elliott and Cindric are catching up. Of the three Penske drivers, I feel like Austin Cindric is my favorite. I mean, Logano's cool. I mean, he is a three-time champion, but at the same time, I can kind of see why people don't like him. In recent times, anyway. My main complaint about Joey, he's a good driver, but I just don't like how he made himself go bald. And that fucking mustache, man, my God. He looks horrifying with a mustache. Funny story for you, when I first heard of Joey in 2009, I didn't know what he looked like. I assumed he was Hispanic because of his last name, Logano. But I didn't realize that his last name was pronounced Logano. I actually thought it was Logano. That's why I thought he was Hispanic. Oh, some drivers are pitting already. That's kind of surprising. We should be fine till lap 30. This is going to be like the previous episode of Phoenix. We should be fine till lap 30. Oh wait, the fuel. Fuck. We're going to have to pit sooner than lap 30. God damn it. Almost forgot. Here comes Byron. Nah, there's the fuel warning. So let's see. Oh, more cars are pitting. Now let's see. We're about to approach some lap traffic, and almost everyone in the lead lap pitted. There's still a few exceptions, though. I am going to wait till lap 24.
Try to save some fuel if you can.
Nope.
Bring it in this lap, bud.
Nope. We are going to be fine. We're going to go around one more time before we come in for pit. All right. I think that's everybody in the lead lap. Let me just double check with the time here. All right. Hocevar, Chastain, Gilliland, and Briscoe. So we still have a few cars in the lead lap, but They haven't pit yet. They will eventually.
All right, bring it in and pit this time.
4 tires and fuel. Yeah, all right. Oops.
Slow down, slow down.
I am
Try to
slowing
go slow
down.
if you can. Save us some fuel.
All right, that went well. Maybe I went a bit slower than I should have, but I did not want to risk getting a black flag. I do not remember if I turned those on. I think I did when I increased the race length, so I am really glad I was able to avoid that. Now, we'll get a full tank, get some fresher tires, and everything should be a-okay.
Stay on your blend line now.
Nobody's near us, so we're good. Huh, I don't remember asking for the fender to be repaired, but fuck it, I'm glad it's fixed.
Car high.
All right, we are now 5th, so that's good.
Clear high.
Jimmy Johnson's leading, goddamn, that's great.
One outside.
I mentioned a certain Michael earlier, another YouTuber.
Clear high.
I'm sure if he's watching this, he'll be happy to see Jimmy Johnson leading. Yeah, that's not bad. I mean, it's unfortunate that Byron hit me, but I'll live. God damn, we went 200 just now.
3 wide. Car high.
See you suckers later.
3 wide.
Second place is all mine. I realize we still have a lot of time to go, but depending on what happens, Jimmy... Oh, he's pitting. I guess I'll be taking the lead back from him then. Stop that.
Inside. Clear low. High side now. Clear up top. Car high.
No, Bubba, you have to stay behind me. Here comes Brad. Thank you, Brad. And I think Jimmy was the only car that went into pit lane there. I sure hope he didn't get lapped. He wouldn't deserve that. He doesn't deserve that.
Inside door. Clear low if you want it. Outside.
I was considering going to block Bubba, but we don't need
Clear
to.
outside.
He'll be on the outside. He won't be able to catch us. But depending on whether or not he passes Bubba, Cindric's a bigger threat now, though. So we'll stay here so that he can't pass us. Uh-oh, someone's spinning.
Caution's out.
Now, we still need more fuel, but again, I'm going to worry about that later.
Pace car's off.
I want to try and keep my track position if I can.
10 away. Green, green.
The 6 and
Outside door.
64, side by side for the lead.
20 to go.
I know I'm the leader, and I probably should have said 64 and 6, but it sounded cooler if I said 6 and 64.
Still in there.
Now, I might have gotten Joey Logano's hometown messed up,
Stay low.
but Brad's an easy one to remember because it says that he's from Rochester, which I didn't even know was a town in Michigan. I'm more familiar with Rochester, New York.
Outside now. We'll get
I
the
know
lead
there's
back.
also a Rochester in Pennsylvania, though. Strangely enough, Pennsylvania also has a
Still
town
there.
called Mexico.
Clear outside.
Uh-oh, Bubba's
High
pushing
side
me. I knew I had to act fast to avoid hitting Brad.
You got the lead.
I don't want to risk spinning him out. Oh, shit. AJ, how could you? I see you helping Brad there. AJ may not do this anymore, but there was a time where he was also a Ford driver. At that time, though, Brad, depending on what year it was... Actually, you know what? No, Brad was driving a Dodge. Because I remember Allmendinger joined Richard Petty. He was driving Dodge at one point for 2009, but in 2010, when he took over the 43, he was driving a Ford. And because Brad was driving the 12 for Penske, that was Dodge. AJ was with Penske as well, but he did another year with Richard Petty's team in 2011. Then he took over the 22 Penske. But he also had to...
Car inside.
What the fuck?
Clear up top.
Bubba. Come on, man.
Clear low if you want it. Clear all around. Inside.
Anyways, AJ had to take over the 51
Car outside.
because Kurt Busch left the team. But there was also a time where AJ had to get suspended in 2012 because he had some drug test that he failed.
Here, 3 wide. 1 outside.
All right. Passing Byron. We got Brad still behind us.
Still there. Clear high if you want it. High side
Uh-oh.
now. Clear outside.
I was considering it, but I decided to get away from Logano.
We just lost the lead.
I figured I was pulling out too late, so it just made sense to let him pass.
Stay low.
I had to do a better job paying attention, though, that's for sure.
We're out front, driver.
Oh, here comes Brad again.
High.
I guess he wants me to stay ahead of his former teammate. I liked it better when Brad was with Penske, especially before Joey joined, because Brad was driving the Blue Deuce. Now that car has that nickname because it was sponsored by Miller Lite, and their primary colors at that time were blue. I liked it though when Rusty Wallace drove that car. I remember when he drove that team when they first started for Dodge. Then Kurt Busch took over. But for 2011, he ended up driving the new 22 car, while Brad moved up to the 2.
One up high. Clear outside.
Now I mentioned 2012, Dodge was basically, well, Penske was the only full-time Dodge team in 2012. There were 4 cars overall that were Dodges, but only 2 of them were full-time, and they were with Penske. That was the 2 of Brad and the 22, which, as I said, was originally driven by A.J. Allmendinger, but because he had a drug test that he failed, he had to be replaced by a few other drivers, including Sam Hornish Jr., who also drove the 77. Now, the 77 was a part-time car, as was the 7, which was not a part of Penske. Unlike the 3 cars I just mentioned, the 212 and 77, 7 was owned by Robbie Gordon. Now, he left after 2012, not because of his performance, but because he wanted to try different things. If you ever see him racing today, he'll most likely be doing dirt racing or off-road racing. He's also well known for racing in the Baja, or something in Baja anyway. Baja, Mexico. They have a lot of popular races down there. Looks like more cars are bouncing off each other here. And we're approaching a lapped car. Kind of surprising considering how big this track is. I wonder who that is. I mean, I obviously can't scroll down, so I can't tell. And I tried it before, too. More cars are going down pit road.
Inside. Clear low if you want it.
This time, though, I don't think we need tires. I'll increase wedge, but our tires should be okay. The question is, do I want to try and run the tank dry again? Or do I want to get a head start and have more fuel than the other drivers? I feel like I should wait till lap 41. At the rate of all the other cars pitting, I mean, I know there's still cars with us on the lead lap behind me, but I think it would still be beneficial if I pit before them. I mean, there's no way they're going to be able to make it to the end, so better safe than sorry, you know. Nope, not yet. Not yet. We will wait. We'll be fine. I really don't need tires, though. I can just increase the wedge. I mean, I probably don't even need to do that, but I just want to make sure I don't get too loose and go sideways.
10 to go this time.
All right.
Come to pit road this time.
Let's double check and see if we have what we need.
All right, change up the strategy and we'll do the work.
Laps remaining 10, estimated fuel after pits. Okay, what happens if we do... Okay, that's not enough. So we have to do one can. Tires we're not going to worry about. But as I said, we're going to increase wedge a little bit. So...
Bring it in and pit this time.
Yeah. I'm feeling good about this. Oh God! Why?
Back it down, back it down.
I don't know why I went to the. Oh Jesus! Jesus!
One on the bottom.
I wonder if any of them get black flags. I mean, I feel like they should with the way they passed me. Then again, they weren't on pit road yet, so I don't think they get any speeding penalties. Oh, that went quick.
Careful merging back in now.
Busher passed me. Let's double check the times now, see what we have. Once again, Johnson's leading. We are half a minute behind him.
Outside door. Here, 3 wide.
And we got past 5 bunch of cars. Great.
Leaders in the pits. Carlo.
All right, Johnson's pitting again. Well, at least he had his time to shine.
3 wide.
Oh, hi, Corey. Thank you for that.
Outside now. 1 low.
Now you don't want to work with me anymore? What the hell?
Clear outside.
At least Joey knows what to do. Thank you, Joey. 8 laps to go.
Car outside. 1 inside. 3 wide.
Don't close the door on me now.
1 on the bottom.
Go on, Josh.
3 wide.
Briscoe also wants us to go faster.
Clear bottom.
Go
1
figure.
high. Carlo. 3 wide. Clear high.
No, I was actually reconsidering that because I thought one of them was going to pull up in front of us. That's a popular term for that. It's called LePaging the field, because this one driver, Kevin LePage, after he pitted, pulled out in front of the entire field and got himself wiped out, and a lot of other drivers got wrecked in the process. And I feel like this is going to be a reference to the ending in Cars. I mean, obviously Jimmy hasn't wrecked, but the fact that he's a 7-time champion and he's like not in the lead, I want to fix that. Let's help Jimmy get back up in front. He deserved it. And I ended up changing my mind and ended up going past him. God damn it. Michael Merckx is going to kill me now.
Outside.
Oh well. God damn. My front end is messed up.
We got the lead. Clear up top.
Busher, Hocevar, Reddick, and Haley there in the top 5 behind me. Good to see the Spire cars doing well, as is Redneck. Now Hocevar has second. Wonder if this is going to be repeated 2024. Actually, you know what? My mistake. I was thinking of 2025, last year. Hocevar, this actually wasn't at Daytona, but this was at Atlanta. Hocevar was about to win. He was about to pass Christopher Bell, but the caution came out and prevented Carson from winning, so he had to settle for second while Bell won the race. Now, even though William Byron won the Daytona, 500, Bell, like Reddick, was able to get a series of 3 wins in a row. Now, as I said, because Byron won the 500, Bell ended up winning at Atlanta, Coda, and Phoenix. Those were the 3 wins in a row he earned. Hey, Barry's in third. Look at that. It's getting exciting back there. I kind of want to pull over and see who's going to take which spot away from who, you know? Of course, I have a race to win, so I'm not going to do that. It's kind of appropriate that this race is at 50 laps, because I did this in Gran Turismo. I called it the Daytona 500 minus 450. I think that's what I'll call this race, because we're doing 50 laps. Now, the Daytona 500 gets its name because you race 500 miles, which is 200 laps. However, because we're doing 50 laps, I just thought it'd be fun to change the name to the 500 minus 450. Because, as you already know, 500 minus 450 is 50. And it looks like Gilliland has second place now, as Briscoe, Priest, and Hocevar continue fighting for their positions. The question is, because they're 2 seconds behind me, will they get an opportunity to catch up? They would have if I hit the wall. I'm really glad I avoided that. That's why I moved to the left. Dang it. I really need to avoid hitting the apron, though. When I get on the yellow line like that, it locks at my tires. I've said that at least 3 times in part 1 and the second part, which you're watching now. Yet I still end up making that mistake. I have to do better. We'll be okay, though. We got a few laps left. More cars are still pitting. to go. Gap's getting bigger. It was 2 seconds. Well, it still is 2 seconds. 4th and 5th place are 3 seconds. I won't be surprised if Gilliland had that gap as well. He's getting close. Bingo, 3 seconds. Oh look, 64. That's the number I'm racing with. Right rear's at 64%. While oh no, that's the left rear. The right rear's at 74%, or it was, now it's 73. But like I said, we are good.
One to go.
White flag. If caution comes out, that's it. Race is over. Still surprised cars are pitting. I mean, the race is going to be over very soon. Well, that's what happens when you take risks. Sometimes they don't work out, and you got to cut your losses and just do what you can. I'm thirsty for root beer all of a sudden. I would drink beer, but I got work tomorrow, and I don't want to be intoxicated.
Great work out there, driver.
So I'm going to celebrate with root beer instead. I know this might sound like an odd thing to say, but I'm also going to celebrate by getting some Chinese food. All right, Jimmy got 9th. Still not the result I would have liked him to see, but, you know, 9th place for a part-time driver is still good. Congrats, Sean. Thanks for keeping it clean today. Josh, wow, good to see you again. Drivers, start your engines. We're here with the new season of racing at Daytona. I can't imagine how Sean Bodine feels right now, battling your way to the top, and you just won the biggest race of the year. Congrats. Hey, like I said, I'm going to celebrate with root beer and Chinese food. Wow, Hollywood couldn't write a better story for Sean Bodine. From Arca Hole for the Daytona 500 winner, this must be a dream come true. Bodine's win shows how successful the ARCA Discovery race was. How many other talents has this sport missed out on because they never got a shot? With a clean victory at Daytona, Bodine adds a tally to their record. All in all, the driver of Big Splash Racing is optimistic about what the future may hold for them. I know iRacing is doing NASCAR 26, and it's probably not likely, but I am seriously hoping that iRacing allows us to let us have customization on naming our team whatever we want. I mean, Big Splash, I like that name. I really do. I mean, it was the best option out of all the names they had for me. But I still want to come up with my own team name. Like, I'm sure you've heard me say this before, Milford Motors. I mean, I'm just naming the team after the town I live in, you know? But I'm glad you were here to join me. I know that that wasn't what I expected. I mean, I know I said I was going to do Daytona and Atlanta, but I'll decrease the race length back to 13%. Although maybe I shouldn't, because after Atlanta, we do have COTA, which is 50%. Or I'm sorry, not 50%, a road course. That'll take a long time, too, even at 13%. You know what? I'll leave Atlanta and COTA at 25%. And after COTA, we'll switch back to 13%. Until then, you guys take care, and I'll see you next time.